everybody, welcome to another Buddy Reviews. Today we're checking out these Matrix slash Lancer slash every other company in the world goggles. They're all made in the same factory, and everybody just kind of jumps on the train and rebrands them and sends them out. These are an airsoft goggle. They have a fan built into them. They are a very popular eyepro. You see these sold at a lot of large, reputable airsoft retailers for airsoft use. They come in a case like this. It's a nice big hard case, so that's kind of attractive to people. They do have extra lenses. They've got a cleaning cloth. They do have a clear and a dark lens that comes with them. The lenses are extremely thin, which I find to be worrisome. When you get these from Matrix, I believe they come in a black case. Actually, I'm 99% sure they do. And then these guys have this like weird fake carbon fiber case. Retail for around 30 bucks. So price seems to be decent when you start looking at something like a Bole X800 or X1000. Those are like $60, $70, $80. You're like, oh man, I could get these goggles for like 30 bucks. They got a fan. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so the fans are powered by two AAA batteries. They already have AAAs in here because I've been testing these for a little while now. Oh no, this one doesn't have AAAs, and the other one does. Two AAAs. So I got a Matrix pair and I got another pair. Surprise! I already shot the other pair. I film in weird stages. Anyway, I'll pull them out regardless. But you'll see them here in a minute. We're going to shoot the shit out of them in the other part of this video, and you're going to see what happens. But these guys use hot glue here. The other one uses like hot glue here and here. Same basic premise. Just one has slightly more hot glue in the battery compartment than the other. That's kind of what you're paying for when you're like, I got Matrix. What does Matrix do? They gave me more hot glue. Oh, it makes it a little more stable. When you get a place like Texas, man, that hot glue sucks. It's cheap, it's chintzy, and you start getting to 110 degree days like this, and you're running around, the hot glue will start to get unstable, and you're going to have a fail point, and it's going to be this right here. That is going to fail, and then your fan's going to quit working. And now you're wearing a big, bulky, uncomfortable goggle for no reason because you don't have this tiny little fan in here running. When the fan's running, you don't hear it. It's super quiet. Does it do anti-fog? Yeah, a little bit. It's not the greatest defogging system I've ever seen. I personally find using some defogging wipes to be incredibly more effective and better because you can use better eyepro. That's safe. They do swivel. That is kind of nice, but they fit so tight on my face. No matter how loose or how tight I make this strap, it kind of makes the swivel pointless. This is about all you can really get out of this. It starts to bunch up. It gets funky. You can't get a ton of space out of this thing. That's about it. So for my big head dudes, these are definitely going to suck because they're going to fit super tight on your face. The inside here is made of very hard plasticky rubber right here. Not a lot of give. Then you got this foam. So even if I try to stretch them and bend them, can't do a lot because I got to worry about the lens, and they sit funny on my face. They're uncomfortable. You'll see that in the shooting portion. This wire gets snapped or broken, the fan's going to be donezo too, so that kind of sucks. I do like this, though. This is very similar to some other goggles I've seen. Yeah, anyway. Taking the goggle lens out is pretty simple. You just kind of pull up here and it pops out. It's really that's it. That's all there is to it. Super easy to do. So you can swap your lens out pretty easily. All right. I think I've talked enough about the features and what these guys are. I want to shoot them. Let's get outside. We're going to shoot them with a Cybergun Kalashnikov branded AK that's around 350-ish FPS. We're going to be using 0.25 BBs. We're going to be using Elite Force BBs, and we're going to be shooting it also with an Elite Force iTrace M4, the M-Lock long boy, and that is pushing a little over 400 because it was a 50-foot med last time we used it at T14, and that's the specific reason we're using that gun, because I wanted a gun that would be considered right at 0 med or just above 0, and I wanted a gun pushing 20 or higher, and that's what we got. So let's get outside, let's shoot these guys, and let's see how well they do. Spoiler alert, I don't know if they're going to do well. All right, so we have the goggles in question out here. They're on Oscar, our foam head. We have a real ballistic helmet on him to help kind of counterbalance. The BBs won't knock it over. Helmet set up exactly the way most airsofters would have their helmet set up, or at least how my weird ass has my helmet set up, because I like a bunch of go-go gadget bullshit on my lids. What we're going to do is we're going to shoot this goggle set from around 30 to 40 feet, and then we're going to progressively move inward to see if we can get the lenses to fail. So stand by. All right, so we're using a Elite Force iTrace M4, shooting over 400. It's got about a 50-foot med with .2s. We're using .25s for this test. Shooter is at about 30 to 33 feet away, and we're gonna go hot. All right, that was the first iteration. It's not looking great, but it's not looking horrible. We'll find out though once we get these off. All right, we're gonna now go to the Cybergun Kalashnikov AK with about 2.5s, and this gun is shooting around 350, a little over 300. All right, shooter's gonna come in about 5 feet, and he's gonna do the same series with the same gun. So this is the Kalashnikov AK again. All right, he's gonna come in 5 more feet. Same gun, Kalashnikov AK. All right, he's gonna come in a little more. Okay, he's right about 5 to 10 feet away. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. He's gonna go back out, and we're gonna come in to about the 25, and then progressively move in. This time with the M4. All right, Elite Force M4. Okay, we're coming in about 5 more feet. Yep. All right, we're gonna come in a little closer. We're right about 10 feet away. All right, that's it. Let's see how these held up. We're gonna get them off of the helmet, and we're gonna check them out. All right, so I'm wearing the these are the Matrix or Lancer. I gotta double check. They're the same goggle from the same factory. As you can see on my face, 2 things. They're very tight. They're uncomfortable. They hurt my face. I don't like them. They're very tight right here on the cheeks. There is a gap here in the bridge of the nose. If I want to try to get it ungapped, I gotta like flex the frames to get them to kind of come down. The fan works. As you can see, we shot the shit out of them. The lenses look pitted from the inside. I see degraded vision. This is kind of how they seem to fit my head. I can actually see this gap here in the bridge of the nose. It's distracting, 1, but 2, I can kind of see where the light changes and how it's coming in. I know the light's not great right now. The sun's going down. But we had to shoot now because it was 110 today. It was terrible. Anyway, I don't know if you can see the marks on my face from the goggle. I'm not sure if it's leaving marks where it fits weird, but this whole bottom here is just a very hard rubber. It's not comfortable. These goggles are cheap for a reason, guys. My take is they suck. I wouldn't really spend my money on them. We'll go back to the table and I'll kind of go over that a little further. And I've already talked about the parts I pointed out at the beginning of this review that I felt were not fail safes, fail points. And I'll reiterate that here in a second. Anyway, so let's go back inside, get out of the 95-degree heat that is here in the evening, and finish this review up. All right, guys, we're back inside. I've taken the lens out of the actual frame of the goggle so you guys can see what it looks like here. And This, I don't know if this camera is going to pick up what I want it to really pick up and kind of portray to you, but there is extensive pitting on the lens from the BB strikes, and just like the FMAs, you can start to see some micro fissures and fractures from some of the strikes in the actual polycarbonate. And I did a pretty okay job of wiping it off and trying to clean it off. So these are not smudges from BBs here. These are actual pot marks, pit marks from the strikes of the BBs. So as I was saying, when I was outside wearing them, I said it looked like there's some degradation to my view. There absolutely was and is. And you can see this on the back end of the frame, or the lens, through here. All of these BB strikes, these are permanent marks now in the lens. They're not going to buff out or anything like that. And some of these, when held up to another light source very closely, with the naked eye, you can actually see like a starbursting effect. That's the microfractures on the polycarbonate. So as I already talked about at the beginning of the review, the lenses are very thin right here. So yeah, I mean, they survived. They did not outright break. A BB did not outright penetrate, but I don't think these are very safe for long-term use. In the short term, in the moment, maybe. They're very uncomfortable. The frames are very rigid, constructed back here. This foam is very stiff. Maybe they'll break in a little better if you wore them for a long time. But I just the initial wearing, I was like, no, I couldn't. I don't think I could even play a game in these, to be completely honest with you. A lot of people like these. They are inexpensive. They've got the built-in fan. But I would tell you right away, save your money. The fan is cool. Save your money, man. These are like $20 to $30 range. You could get a good pair of surplus real ballistic goggles for that price or less. Half the time, still with unused lenses in the packaging. Yeah, they don't have a fan built into them. They might fog a little bit. But if you get a good anti-fog treatment, that should stop some of that. And then you could eventually get like an X-Fog system and add it to those goggles. And yeah, it's be more money, but it's something you could save up for instead of buying these cheaper goggle with this cheap fan built into them and risk the possibility of your eyesight. Because as I said during the shooting portion, we were only using .25s, and we were using guns that were not super hot by any means. We weren't using very, very heavy BBs. I hope I can get a follow-up set of shorts with these same goggles, shooting these at close range and medium range, intermediate range and long range with a really well-tuned HPA system, as well as a sniper system that is tuned up and pushing like 4.9s or something. Because I am scared a heavier BB, like a 3.2 or higher, or up into the 4.0s, 4.9s, would actually penetrate this lens. Anyway, so hopefully I can kind of scrounge that extra data point up at a later date. I don't have HPA, but I know some people that do, and I'll try to reach out to them and see if we can do Lancer Matrix fan goggle part 2 or something, and see how the lenses hold up to that. But the fact they didn't hold up very well to 2.5s with gun shooting just under 400 or right out of 400 does not have me hopeful. Anyway, guys, that is all I got for this. My final verdict is steer clear, save your money, and remember, not every airsoft retailer has your best interest in mind. So a lot of times they just see dollar signs and they're going to sell things that may not be properly rated with ANSI ratings or military ballistic ratings, knowing full well we play a game, an activity that has a potential at risk for injury if sub-adequate eyepro is used. Anyway, get out there, man. Play some airsoft. Be a bunch of dorks. LARP smarter, not harder. This is definitely LARPing harder. Hopefully I'll see you guys on the field. Peace.